Hi, I'm a narcissistic person. What is a narcipath? I'm an individual who has chosen, by guidance from my higher self, to use my empathic and narcissistic abilities together. This is my journey as a narcissistic person. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2024. What I've noticed since I have aligned myself with my higher self and have begun my spiritual journey, learning sacred geometry and decoding the scriptures based in a scientific format, and gaining more awareness and insight on how energy actually works in correlation with the body systems, and injecting myself into the scriptures, I have been enlightened in a way that gives me more confidence, but also gives me more insight into utilizing each system and knowing how they work specifically in correlation with my manifestations. I have created my mantra with the assistance of my higher self, which is I don't care enough to become, but I also care enough to be kind, which allows me to not become someone else's footstool, which is really not, when you listen to how that sounds, it just doesn't seem appropriate for my vessel. Not sure how you feel about yours, but I remember prior to this, I had an experience, which is why I'm glad my higher self instructed me to use my narcissist powers along with my empathic abilities to protect my empathic abilities, because I'm really a nice person and I wish everyone well. I'm very optimistic about life, and I just enjoy life. I don't see the point in complaining about things that I just don't see the point, because I have the opportunity to make life better every second of the day. And that's my motto, and that's what I do. Um, but the real reason is because something happened that it literally made me cry. And I'm in my 40th some odd semester of life, and it made me cry. And so that's why I have intentionally been avoiding topics that do not have anything to do with my manifestations, because things can easily make me cry. I'm not an emotional person. I'm really in control of that. don't have any interruptions in my puberty, so my emotional development is pretty on point. My logical development is pretty on point. My frontal lobe is fully developed. But things do make you sad when you are in tune with your empathic abilities, and you can feel what other people are actually thinking and feeling inside of their bodies or in the room. It is bothersome when you're not allowing your narcissist abilities to protect you from that. And it was just a constant invasion of other people's feelings and their pains and things that they would say out of their mouth. It's just so mean and hurtful. And it's like, oh my gosh, I don't think people realize that what they're thinking, they feel in the cells of their body before they say it out of their mouth. And it really does appear that way, that they don't recognize that even though the space around them, based on your frequency, you can't see what's there, but literally energy is moving around us constantly, whether we can see it or not. It's odd to me that people don't recognize that. But it's even more odder to me that everyone is just encouraging other people to feel other people's pain. And I don't think that that's the proper way to do things, especially because there are so many empathic people that are literally dying from heartache. And I just don't see the point in turning myself into stardust prematurely because someone else is unintentional about their life, because they have the full capabilities that I have in my vessel, whether they have been stifled and refuse to do revisions or get counseling or just take a nap. Whatever it is, they have the same options as far as spirituality is concerned as I do, and whether they choose to incorporate that in their life is their business. But I just see so many people that have these badges of, you know, struggle or badges of trauma survivor, badges of victim survivor, they are so mean. And it could be because they experienced something that caused them to be a mean person. But I think everyone has experienced something at some point in life that could have caused you to be a mean person. I was literally called stupid every day of my life for about probably 8 years. But I'm not a mean person because of it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I literally know that I'm not a stupid person. I'm not a brainless person. I'm very, very intelligent, and I'm positively sure that I was smarter than the person that was calling me stupid. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, a person that's not as smart as me can't call me stupid because you literally probably can't spell the word stupid. I'm not going to be bothered with what you're saying because I know that I'm not that what you're saying. Do you see what I mean? It's like, no, we're not doing this. If we have to have a contest on who can do advanced algebra better, I know I'm going to win. If we have to have a contest of who is more observant in situations that are high frequency or low frequency in situations, I know I will win this. Either way, I'm the winner. I came here great, and no one outside of my vessel is going to convince me that I'm not great. Great is literally a part of my title from birth. So I'm not playing these games with people outside of myself. And so that's why I have allowed myself to take the guidance from my higher self and use my narcissism to protect my empathic abilities, as well as allow my ego to assist my consciousness. Because it's very important to allow your ego to assist your conscious mind. The world has been saying, oh, you let your ego die and this, that, and the other. Your ego is out of control. But it's like people don't realize what they're saying. And your ego is literally what assists your conscious mind with information. It's its own entity in a sense that it's there to help your consciousness filter through information that your narcissist abilities allow into your vessel. So every portion of our body, all these subsets have their own assistants or departments that filter information on what's needed and what is not required to even be utilized to create the as above, below moments in our lives. And I just know for myself that tapping into my narcissism and allowing it to protect my empathic abilities has been the best movement for my journey thus far, because literally feeling everybody's unintentional emotions all day is exhausting, to the point I've literally stopped talking on the phone during the week, having idle conversations just because I don't feel it's necessary. And I know a lot of people and I could reach out to them, but they're just so vile in their conversation. It's just like, ugh. Every time I get on the phone with somebody, I have to lower my level of consciousness to have a conversation with somebody who's literally not working on themselves and they're comfortable with doing that. Even though they claim to be Christian or whatever religious group they are in, the word says we have to seek and find. That's a development function for your frontal lobe, your judgment, because you have identified during puberty with the emotions that there are different levels of consciousness, right? That's why science and spirituality work together.